welcome to the channel. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Now, what have I got in store for you guys today? Now, we're nearing the end of 2020, so I think it's right that I do a video on a state of the watch collection. Now, in particular, I'm going to look at my Homage collection. I did a state of the watch collection video a few months back showing my personal collection, which is predominantly Seikos, and that is what I've got in front of you guys today. Now, like most, I have a very fluid collection, so it does change week to week, month to month, depending if I get bored of something or if I add something else. So I'll briefly cover the newest additions to my current Seiko watch collection. Now, I've also amassed a separate Homage microband collection as well, which I'll detail that following these additions. So I've covered one of these watches in review already, which is the one on my right. So it's the Seiko Kinetic BFK. The full review for this watch is available on my channel. Then the next one, I picked up this not long ago as well. It's a Seiko Solar Quartz Diver. Very, very good watch. This is the Seiko SSC 021 with the black and yellow accents. So a very nice watch. I've had a few of these in the past, and you know what I can say is very, very good. I'd say it's one of the best quartz divers prospects from Seiko. Up next is a bit of a legendary one. So it's the Seiko SKX 13. Recently picked this up as a bit of a project, done a bit of refurb on this. So it's featured on my channel just for the modders. I changed the bezel insert on it to an original aluminium one. I've also changed the crystal to sapphire, and I might do a dial mod, just freshen it up a bit. Next after that is the SKX 033, I believe. These are some of the older Seikos, and this is the true Submariner Homage from Seiko. It's called a 7S26 0040, I believe, 40mm dive watch, also been modded. I've put a domed Hardlex crystal in it, I've put a S crown on there, and also upgraded the movement to the NH36 with a ceramic Submariner style bezel insert. Just recently been completed actually. Lovely watch, great proportions, and you know, that's the newest addition to my Seiko collection. Now, moving on to the Homage collection side of things, let's look at the first one that I ever ordered. This is the SteelDive 6105 Homage. Very popular watch. You know, I can't say anything to it that's not been said already. I've reviewed the life out of this on my channel, and so has everybody else. This is the version 1. I'm really glad I bought this. This is what actually, you know, inspired me to start the channel, let's say. Yeah, very good watch. I wear it all the time, especially when I'm going to do some just say hardcore outdoor activities. So I take it hiking, I take it hunting, you know, if I'm doing some gardening, I've cracked the bezel insert on it. So yeah, this watch can take a beating and keep on ticking. Now, the next watch which I've kept is also one of the first few that I bought. This is the 62 Mass by Heimdallr. Very lovely watch. You know, I fell in love with the retro looks, yet how, you know, they modernized it. I think for me, the selling point for this was the actual dial and that blue on the crystal. You know, you get a lot of really nice light play off this, even though there's probably better 62 Mass homages out there. This one does do it for me. It's a bit long, so it doesn't get too much wear, but you know, it's definitely one that does pop out in the watch box. It does really stand out. So that's a very good buy, and I've had it ever since I bought it a good year ago now. Now, the third one, and this watch probably has featured quite a bit on my channel, is the Proxima MM300. Now, this watch has gone through a few transformations while it has been in my possession. I've fitted it with a flat ceramic bezel insert. The original one I bought was with a domed or curved sapphire glass insert. I've also done a dial change on it, which I have featured on my channel as well. And I also managed to source a buckle for it. Extension bracelet from eBay. So this watch definitely staying with me. Very solid watch, and I will go out and say this is probably the best MM300 Homage out there, not purely on what you see outside, but also the internals and the build quality of the watch. I think it's absolutely exceptional. A lot of thought has gone into making this watch, and you can see it just, you know, in your hand, and the quality of the materials used. So very nice watch, and definitely going to stay with me. Next up on the list is this lovely Parnis Daytona Homage with that mint dial. The only reason I kept this one was purely because of that dial. I absolutely love that color option. With Parnis, you know, the clasp is absolutely awful. So I did replace the bracelet with an aftermarket oyster style bracelet from AliExpress. But once that was in, really, really nice watch. Does stand out in that watch box. It's always good to have a bit of a variety when you look at your collection, see a few different colors. And this one does get worn quite a bit. You know, I just like looking at it. So, you know, plus the size and what it's homaging, a very pretty watch indeed. And that's one that I've had for a good while now. Alright, so next up is another one from Proxima. This is the Tuner Homage with that red dial and the NH36 function. I recently reviewed this on my channel, so all the details are in that review. You know, the dial, again, it's about the dial. Very nice color. The finishing is exceptional on it as well. And to be honest, with a Seiko tuner, the prices what they're sitting at the moment, I don't think I'll be buying one anytime soon. So, but I don't mind having that Proxima as a very good alternative. Right, next up, let's go over to Heimdallr. This is the 6009 bronze turtle with that gorgeous green dial. I think this was my first bronze watch. Now, I loved it as soon as I got it. I wasn't too sure about bronze watches before this came along. And I actually bought this again after the initial watches that I bought for review. That's how much I liked it. And then I think with the Heimdallr, you should also have an SKX 007 Homage, that version 2 that they did with the parts compatibility. I don't have one with me right now. I think that's one that you should have if you have a Homage collection. Heimdallr do have some great watches. So, you know, you get spoiled for choice, and as a reviewer, you can't really keep hold of everything that you buy. Otherwise, you're going to get to 100 watches real quick. And you know what? That is a bit excessive. But, you know, the Heimdallr, really nice piece. And this next one now, another one from Proxima. This hasn't been reviewed on the channel yet, so there's a review outstanding for this. Now, when I bought the Proxima bronze with that red and black sapphire crystal, I actually purchased this one. This is the Marine Master style dial with that gilt, of course, and that gilt and black ceramic bezel insert. First impression, you know what, it was love at first sight. As soon as this came out the box, you know, straight away I knew this is going to be mine. This is going to be part of my collection. So I've actually been wearing this, and yeah, as I said, overdue a review now. So I'll be going into more details on this watch soon to come. But as usual, exceptional build quality, great use of materials on this watch, and I'm a massive fan of the Seiko Samurai. So the fact that they copied the Samurai case, massive bonus for me, and a plus. So this one definitely is going to stay here with me. Now, while we're on the topic of Proxima, I'll show you this gilt MM300 Homage by Proxima. I like the original MM300 so much that I went with the gilt version. Very well built. You know what, I've done the review on this, you can watch that. So everything about this is superb. I love the color combination and the use of materials. Now this one is a watch that they've done exceptionally well. Now, of course, you have to have a San Martin within this collection as well. You know, I'm gutted. I sold the Zin Homage that I did, and now they've run out of stock. So I would like to have that one back, actually. Very nice watch. But here we've got the Submariner Homage. I like how very refined this watch is. Now, when it comes to the Submariner Homage, there's so much variety, so much choice. You've got like someone like Pagani gives you like crazy value for money. You know, 50-60 pounds for a Pagani, and you get a Submariner Homage with all the standard specifications that we're getting. It's obviously less refined, but you got micro brands, Tcel, you've got Steinhardt. So a lot of companies have done this case shape, right? But I think with San Martin, they've done exceptionally well. They have refined it. So this is one definitely you need to have. Now for the next one, we go back to Heimdallr. This is the Monster Homage. Done the review on this not long ago. Very good value for money, considering they come in at such a very good price. Orange dial, that's what I went for, and I got this free from Heimdallr as a bonus. It's definitely sticking in the collection. You know, I do have a soft spot for monsters, and I'm actually looking for a Seiko Monster Gen 2 or Gen 3. Let's see what comes my way. But until then, this one will definitely fill that void. Exceptional value for money, great looks, and really good build quality. Now next up, we're in the micro brand territory. I've got the Richard Legrand Oceanfarer. Now this watch hasn't been reviewed yet, and I need to review it, but it's part of my collection at the moment. But the longer I've had it, I'm not too sure about keeping it. You know, it's a very good watch. It's a bit of a blender. Now that terminology, we use it in the UK. I don't know if it's used around the world for the same purpose. That basically means, for example, if you've got a really nice car, but it kind of blends in with the traffic. It doesn't really stand out. And with this watch, I think everybody that has seen it, on first impressions, it looks very elegant, looks very grown up, smart, and it looks a lot more expensive than it is. But there's something about it that I might not keep it, but I'll do the full review on it and I'll let you guys know my thoughts on it. For the time being, it is part of the current collection. Now, the last watch that I added to my collection was this Zelos Swordfish 40mm. You know what, again, love at first sight. Very, very well built. The build quality alone blew me away. The way they've made the case and the materials used, you know, some of the things which I've not seen on other watches. So it's an amazing micro brand, and it's something for sure that I'll be keeping an eye out. And, you know, be sure I'll be buying more Zelos watches in the future. I think they've hit this gap in the market with how they do their watches. So this one's definitely part of the collection and will be for, you know, for the foreseeable future. Oh, there's actually one more, almost forgot about this, latest one I'd say to the collection. This is the 54 watch 62 mass Homage. I decided to keep the green dial because I will be modding this. So the dial version I've got currently, it's got really poor lube, and I do want to mod this with an alternative dial. So I'm going to keep this. I love the proportions, they've got it just right. The 62 mass Homage, the case shape is a very rudimentary, very retro case shape. You know, it's Seiko's first diver that they're homaging, so it definitely has to be part of the collection of a Seiko collector. Especially, we can't get our hands on these now. You know, you're looking at £3,000-4,000 for a beat up version, so definitely want to keep. But keep an eye out, I'll do an update once I have modded it. So you can see the Homage collection here. It can be a lot bigger, you know. I've been through a lot of watches, but I've also sold many of them, and the majority of them on. I've just kept these, and this is my personal taste. Yes, they're all dive watches. There's something which I do want to get back, which is the Sugues 38mm Seagull chronograph watch. That was a nice watch and something different as well. So, a couple of mentions which I do also want to get is San Martin, that retro diver. I do really like that, so for the New Year's I'll be getting that in. I also do like some of the Seikos that I want to get in. As I mentioned, the Monster Gen 2 or the Gen 3, possibly a Sumo Gen 3, and I also want to get a Seiko Baby Tuner. But, you know, with the Homage watches, let's see what's coming out in 2021. I'm sure I'll be adding to this. You know, it's this ailment that we all have got in common. You just keep piling watches on, keep piling watches on, and when you look to sell them, unless you really don't like it, it's you know, you need to play Russian roulette with it or something, right? So, you know, best of luck to everybody out there. You know, bit of a rubbish year, but I will be doing another video on 31st December, which is going to be a good, bad, ugly kind of video, where I'll go through all the watches that are reviewed, highlighting the best ones, highlighting the bad ones, and the worst of the bunch. So make sure you stay tuned. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Like always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit a like on the video, and always thank you for everybody's support, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.